What is up?
What up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chase is Dead podcast. As always, we're your hosts. My name's Nick.
And I'm Phil.
And we are back once again, right back at you, right back on schedule, even though we're recording same day, Monday, March 1st.
Monday.
We're coming on down to Chase is Dead podcast.
Get
This Monday.
for Monday.
All right, guys. So, again, as we said in our little update video, we're sorry that we had to, do a few late updates last week, a few late uploads, rather, excuse me.
Yeah.
We had to skip our one upload on Friday, but we're back. We're better than ever, and we're gonna stick to the formula a little bit more.
We're so ready to go, dude. I mean, it's
so
unbelievable.
go time.
It's unbelievable, like, right now, how explicitly go time it is.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I do.
This hurts my finger a little bit, and that's
why
how
are you
go
doing
time it is.
Well, why are you doing it if it hurts you?
By the way, guys, it's
Why are you
it's
doing it?
8 o'clock here, 8:10, so I can do this time.
Yes, yeah, it's way more appropriate than in times of the past. I am about to drink a Coke. It's my one liquid for the time.
Did we end up telling the audience what happened last time I drank on the podcast?
I don't think you did. I think
You
we
know how
just
I talked about going to
implied
class?
that something
I didn't
bad was
go.
gonna happen. No, he did not.
It was ceramics.
Did you attempt to go? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. And then it started like pouring rain, and I was like, you know what? Wasn't meant for. Also, I heard that. You needed to shush me so I could hear it.
It's okay.
I would have shut up.
No, it's all right.
No. It's not
listen,
all right.
it's
And next
no
time,
chores,
no.
okay?
And next time, okay?
Yes.
If you don't, tell me to shut up.
Oh.
So we get it clean, okay?
Whoa. Okay. Let's.
It's
here.
going in you, okay?
You're on like notch 11. Let's take it down to like 6.
By the way,
maybe 5 or 6.
I can't do that. 11 at all times with these huge guns.
11.
By the way, I don't know if we haven't said anything to the audience. We haven't. I haven't, but of course you've noticed I don't have glasses on this time.
No, Phil does not. He's not wearing glasses.
I wanted to go raw, you know?
You wanted to be in your purest form.
Yeah.
You wanted no restrictions, no spectacles in the way.
Yeah.
They're actually right there on the table. It might be out of frame. I'm not sure because for the first time ever, I forgot to put the monitor facing towards us for this first shot.
Yeah, so
guys.
I can't.
So we are totally in the dark right now.
No,
and
what's even better too is actually I can see it in the mirror.
Oh,
right
you can
there.
see it in the
we
mirror.
We have a mirror that you can't see.
Yes.
I can see us, and we look phenomenal. So
Oh,
sometimes I'm
do
going to be
we?
looking like this, and if you see me like that, it's because I'm looking in the monitor.
Well,
okay?
that's
so
what's going on.
stop judging me, okay?
Okay.
Because I can feel it. I can feel you judging me.
Okay.
And I need
Again,
you to stop.
11, 5, 6. Okay. All right. That's
I can't be
what I'm trying to say.
5'6" because I'm not a short king. Okay.
Is it about time that we told them about the royal penis thing? Is it about that? Is it about that time that we let the
Well, I
audience
guess
in on
we
that
will
joke?
at this point. I mean, we can't just say royal. You can't just say things like royal penis and expect everyone just to to not care if we decide to not do it. I mean, what a ridiculous thing you think we could do.
I think it might have been a loaded question.
Of course, we had to talk about the royal penis now.
Well, why don't you explain?
Okay, here's the thing. Okay. At some point during middle school, I realized that it was a lot funnier because, like, you know how boys are. Or I was like, oh, dude, my dick is huge. You know what I mean? It's so big, dude. It's so big.
In middle school?
It's not even like a joke. It's like,
Well, yeah,
actually, like,
you know
kind
what
of
I
being
mean.
serious because you're like, no, dude, it is big. I promise. Like, it is. I swear. Because you don't want to have a small dick compared to all your friends, apparently. There's a whole South Park episode about that. Multiple, I think.
It's a touchy subject
Yeah.
for young men, especially adolescent young men.
So,
sure.
you know, I thought, well, I think it's funnier. Because, so I was like a weirdo in middle school, right?
Okay.
So I was, I had to learn how to be funny so that people would like me. You know what I mean?
Okay. All
Right?
right. Okay.
I mean, but I've also always loved to like entertain people in some way.
Oh, yeah, me
and
too.
I think that
Me too.
laughter
I
is
love making
honestly
people laugh.
humor and laughter. I think is like the best kind of entertainment, in my opinion. That's why I love
Why do you think we do
comedy. That's why we have so many bits. I mean,
Yep.
that's why we do bits in general around the house.
Of course. It's a very good way of connecting with people.
Exactly.
Yep.
But when I was in middle school, I thought, it's a lot funnier if I just talk about me having a small penis.
Then having
just saying that I have a small dick. And then when I got to high school, it became even funnier. Because then like girls were listening. So like they would laugh. And then like also if I were to hook up with one of them and I've been saying I have a small penis, then they're expecting even if they understand that like it's the joke, subconsciously everyone's like, well, I mean, he keeps saying it, so I mean, like, there might be truth to it. So you kind of expect it to be small, right?
You took this so much deeper than I was expecting.
Yeah,
I just wanted to talk about
there's a whole backstory to the whole royal penis.
Little bit that we've done every now and then.
Of royal penis has come from a long history
you were like,
of decisions and mind,
you
mental
like
states.
Broke down like my goodness.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Wow.
This is how it is right now.
Well, that was more than I was looking for.
Hold on, I haven't even gotten to how it became royal penis. Okay, so just hold on for a sec. Okay,
I'm bearing with you.
So,
it's just insane.
High school.
I'm regretting bringing this up. I'm regretting
people
very hard
subconsciously
bringing this
think
up right now.
Okay, it's gonna be small, and then it comes out decently sized, right? I don't know whether or not it's big or small. I don't really care that much, to be honest, because it doesn't. Whatever.
Yep.
But I kept saying that, and then eventually I learned. I don't remember when it was. I don't think it was world history my junior year. I think it was before then. But I remember in junior year, I was taking world history. By the way, shout out.
Yeah, I called you out. But I don't know.
Shout out to Coach Hornsby. Actually, I think that was sophomore year, American, whatever. Anyways, I was taking world history and I was reading about I think the Greeks or something like that.
Okay.
Or the Romans, something like that. Something with kings, and shit like that. Okay, and they were talking about like statues and like what
with kings.
Was that emperors and shit? Whatever. I just know at some point in history.
I don't know, man.
I don't really remember like high school history shit because it doesn't matter. It literally does not apply until right now, obviously. So I guess whatever. Stop judging me.
Did you just prove high school history teachers right? Dude, could you imagine you're a high school history teacher now seeing that and just being like,
you said it wouldn't matter, and now it matters.
And then he goes to his class. He's like, "Yeah, you see this fucking idiot student that I had, Philip Beavers." He said, "Look at me, I don't need history." And you look where he is now. He's making an idiot out of himself on the podcast, saying that the Greeks had kings and shit, and that he doesn't remember.
What a fucking idiot! Yeah, I know. Anyways,
well,
so a lot of these statues were erected when they were made. They have small genitalia, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's a reason for that, because it was seen, the small penis was seen more as a royal, more delicate thing, and that having a long,
and this was in like the Greco-Roman period.
Yeah.
Okay.
And having like a long, uncut, just gross penis was like
to add that part on.
Yeah,
Okay,
I had to.
All right, okay.
That was considered for barbarians. That was basically just considered like gross and dirty because it was harder to clean. So like a small one stayed cleaner longer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny, and I thought it was a funny bit. I think sometime during high school or early college, I remembered this, and I thought about it, and I was like, that's a funny bit to say. No, my penis is small, but it's royal size because only kings have small penises. So it's a royal penis.
Yes.
That's where the joke comes from. You're welcome. Use it at your own will.
I feel like we could have just said it's because statues have small dicks.
No, I want you to know the whole history of that joke.
Well, now they do. How far in are we?
I was gonna check.
I think that was the first thing that we started talking about. So you were probably talking about that for a good 5 minutes, 6 minutes,
Yeah.
something like that.
You're welcome.
Yep. Also, guys, really quickly, I want to point out. So, as you guys know, because if you've seen me, then you know this. I usually maintain some facial hair. I have a beard and mustache and such. Phil is actually growing out his facial hair right now. Phil, can you move in right here, like right here, just so then I can zoom in on the video when we edit it. So as you can see here, Phil is growing some hairs here. He's got it going on and everything like that. And it's come on, you've been growing it out for the show. You said multiple times, you were like, if we zoom in, then we can. Hair. No, but you can though. That's the whole thing. Is just that you don't. You always shave it off
because it's just before it gets scrappy. It's gross, and I had to shave this because
dude, you
I was
grown
babysitting. By the way, yes, I do babysit sometimes.
But you haven't grown in so long now that it could be good. That's what I was going to lead into. I swear to God, where I was going with that was Phil's growing it in. It's the thickest that I have ever seen it since I've lived with you, and that's going on almost 5 years now. Like, dude, this could be the time. This could be the time that you actually have some decent facial hair. You just got to commit to it and let it grow for a while.
It just looks so bad.
I know, but you can get through that, dude. Like, look, I'm growing back out my hair, and like it's getting like it's even just starting to get a little bit like bangy and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, I'm gonna have a mullet again. They're gonna see me in
I'm gonna get bangy
phase.
on you.
You're gonna, yeah. You're gonna get a little bangy. It was a teeny tiny. Bang. It was a teeny tiny little touch.
A very teeny tiny. Very small.
So, all right, guys. After those,
I hate him, dude. I fucking hate him.
I know. I haven't heard anything from him in a while.
Did you see what he said?
What did he say
at the CPAC?
No.
I heard he's gonna try and run again in 24.
I know. Everyone knew.
Everyone knew that.
Did you hear that? The CPAC stage was like shaped like a swastika or some shit like that.
Huh?
Hold on one second. I had heard that the CPAC stage was like shaped like a swastika or something like that, or like had some Nazi imagery.
God, dude, my
CPAC stage
so small.
Compared to Nazi symbol on social media. Comparisons of lawmakers to fascists and Nazis. Blah, 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 blah.
My nails, me doing that with my nails makes it very different.
It was a similarity to the stage to an ancient Norse symbol, which was most recently used by Nazis.
Tell me in the comments if you guys like my nail job. They're a little broken because I had to throw clay today for ceramics.
Okay. All right. So, Phil, it's this symbol. They said that the stage is kind of reminiscent of something like this, which was last used by the Nazis as like a kind of white might sort of symbol.
Jesus.
I mean, look.
I mean, was it really though?
I mean, look, there you go.
Was it actually?
Here's that.
Okay, well, they can never mind.
Yeah,
there it is.
We're going to put that image up as well right here. That pretty much disproves anyone just being like,
wow.
Well, I mean, look, it could be photoshopped, but I doubt it. You know, it looks pretty authentic to me. Like yeah. See, I'm going to buy that. I believe that's a real thing. And the stage,
I mean, they're so blatant about it.
The stage is pretty similar, dude. Oh, it's even got the things. That's kind of just directly it.
That's like actually like doing the thing.
Yeah. So
dude,
like,
I mean, y'all are so fucking blatant about it now. Trump people and conservatives, like you're just being Nazis.
Yeah.
You're just flaunting it.
Yo, you're guys suck, man.
You suck.
You guys really suck.
You're dorks.
Yeah. No, dude, seriously, like that's the dumbest thing. Is like, who the fuck does this kind of shit?
Who's a Nazi at this point?
Yeah,
dude?
like,
get over
dude,
it.
That is so 1940s, bro. Get with the times. Jesus Christ.
Be a communist if you want to do that.
Love of God. Being a fascist is so
It's just so lame at this point. Like, dude, hold on. Here's the thing. Why do you care about anyone else? Why do you give so much of a fuck about like other people's human rights?
Just do your own thing.
No,
shut the fuck
we need
up.
ours like protecting. It's like, dude, you're fine. At what point have police come to your door and been like, hey, stop being you?
That's what they're going to... Hey, you white man, stop being you.
Stop being you.
Stop it, you white man. Stop.
I don't think I've ever seen a video of a cop putting his knee on a white man's neck.
I have not either.
Oh, also, by the way, did you see that happened to someone else now? Happened again.
Really?
I think it was an Asian man. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I actually read about that.
Yeah. What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't understand why that keeps happening.
Hey, here's the thing, and I'll have to bleep this out if I have to, and I'll figure it out. It's about 15 minutes. I'll remember that. Is it okay if I say that I'm not encouraging people to take things into their own hands when stuff like this happens, but like, do you think I'm gonna have to bleep that out?
Probably, yeah.
You think that's inciting violence?
Yes. Yeah, pretty directly. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to bleep that out for sure.
I'm not going.
Sorry,
to.
guys. I think that.
Anyways, let's get into these albums.
Yep. Well, guys,
do you want to get into lore albums? Because we're 15 minutes in.
Well, why don't we talk about the albums briefly, and then get onto lore, and then we'll go back to current events, because it seems like that's what's driving the episode this time.
Yes.
More so than the music.
I would agree.
So we've got 2 albums for you guys this time. As you might have noticed, the name of this episode is something to the effect of what could possibly foil the Golden Globes. So we're going to talk about the Golden Globes later, and how award shows and art are kind of fucking ridiculous. And yet, like, people still continue to care about them.
I don't care. I don't see
them.
why people even care about like any award show at this
crazy.
point.
Yep.
Who gives a fuck?
So
yeah, we can talk about it later, because I have
we'll
whole views of like why award shows are just like capitalist
stupid
tools
and yeah, I'm with you.
Well, yeah. We'll talk about it.
But the 2 albums that we're going to go over are What Could Possibly Go Wrong by Dominic Fike, which I'm going to be reviewing, and then Foiled by Blue October, which Phil is going to be talking about. So Phil, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, you're new. We usually have new go first, so you go.
Why don't we rock, paper, scissors for it?
How do I slap you around?
Why don't you give me a hand job?
What on
We're gonna have to bleep that out.
Nah.
No. Yes.
Nah.
Yes. You're gonna believe it. Yes. Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yes.
It's 17:15. Gotcha.
You better.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
There you go.
All right.
Ready?
Winner.
Okay, let's do it where everyone can see. You guys ready?
Here we go.
Okay, on shoot. Okay.
So rock, paper, scissors,
shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
You ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's go.
Wait, best 2 out of 3, dude.
Oh, God. Okay, fine.
Right.
Are we doing that now?
Yes, we are.
I don't want to do that. People hate that.
I'm gonna do that.
The
that
worst.
one time.
Fine.
That one time.
You're probably gonna do it again. I know you. Okay, let's do this. Ready?
I don't think I'll do that. Oh
Okay,
my
but you're just gonna
god!
beat the shit out of the
Beating
equipment,
the
huh?
Shit out of the sand.
Stop beating up our equipment.
I'm just
dude.
trying to get into the proper position so everyone can see.
God
this
damn
battle.
it, man. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay away from the mic this time because I know I'm loud. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen.
All comes down.
I'm gonna
to
do it without.
this.
I'm gonna do it without a thing. Ready? Without a hand. Ready?
Ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Let's go.
You go first.
All right, cool.
I'm choosing, and you go first. I'm the winner. Just
Alrighty.
you guys know, I'm the chicken dinner. Okay?
Oh.
I'm the chicken
A
dinner.
winner, winner, winner. You're the chicken dinner.
I eat a chicken dinner when I'm the winner. Baby, I'm a sinner. I'm looking thinner. I'm in the gym. Richard Skinner.
Go home. Get out of here.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, you leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Dominic Fike. So 14 tracks, which has been the theme of most projects that I've picked. Almost all of them have been 14 tracks, which is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why that's been the theme. I swear to God, I have not picked that. Actually, a lot of the albums that I picked lately have been like off of finding things that friends and I have listened to and suggestions that people have made to me. But yeah, again, 14 tracks, 34 minutes. It's from last year, 2020.
With the 14 tracks carried out over wax. Sorry, that's a Kendrick Lamar. I almost said Kendrick the Lamar. Sorry.
I am Kendrick the Lamar, yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't know why I always
I'm
reach
just
out to
spitting these
touch you.
bars, yeah. I'm out in Mars. cars, yeah.
I can't afford cars, yeah.
I can't afford cars, yeah.
I think I'm eating Mars, yeah. Mars bars.
So,
Lars.
the first
There you
thing
go.
that I wanted to say about this album, just because if you guys haven't noticed already, Phil and I don't try and review albums like the way that like Fantano or other people do, where it's like this like music theory kind of thing, like breaking down the album. It's more about like how we experienced it and what it means to us and stuff like that, and how we sort of experienced it. In some ways as like a more deep dive into the music, but mainly just sort of as like a consumer, like just as like a normal music listener and someone who appreciates, you know, rap specifically. So I've been hearing this album in different social settings for like a year now in like different ways. And
Yeah.
specifically a
Heard
few
a
tracks.
lot of quite a few of these songs on things like TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, but like hanging out with our friends and roommates, especially in the pandemic. Yeah, I mean, I've heard tracks like, you know, and some of those tracks that have become standouts, I think, off of sheer exposure alone, but I also really enjoy them as pieces like Why, Chicken Tenders, Vampire. I don't know. I guess I've just gotten like a little bit of a sentimental attachment because I've heard so many different people connect with them and like the tracks in such a way. I only recently became aware of Dominic, you know, Florida-born rapper. I'm pretty sure he's like 25, 26 at this point, something like that. I think he'll be 26 this year. Sort of popped up in 2019, had a huge year in 2020 where he was like, you know, out with DJ Khaled, and I think he was like in that Brockhampton like film project that they did, and you know, got some good features. I think that like Halsey like named a track after him or something like that on one of her last projects. So like, you know, I think that a lot of people had heard
She
about
named
him.
a track Dominic Fike
Yeah, I think so, or something like that.
about how good he is.
I think just
That's hot.
something.
I want someone to name their song after me.
But yeah, I mean, the main thing that I guess like I picked up on early.
Sorry, I have the worst interruptions.
I'll name a track after you, Phil.
Please.
I'll name a track after you.
Okay. Stop.
So
Stop. You're crazy.
Dude,
Oh my God.
hey.
You stop. You stop.
Dude.
Dude.
Okay. I one of the first things that I picked up on, and I mean this in a very good way, and I mean it as a compliment. You can definitely pick up on the guy's SoundCloud roots. You know, there's a lot of very like spacey, bright, kind of like ethereal, even sounds on this thing. Overall, I think it's a pretty optimistic project, even when it gets into some more like edgy and, you know, sort of controversial territory, like on the track Cancel Me, which is very similar to that track Canceled off of the Slow Tie album, on which Dominic Fike appears. Not that same track, but on that album, which I'll get into in a minute. Where he discusses like, you know, the chorus is sort of this like tongue-in-cheek refrain talking about how like he sort of wishes he can get canceled so he can just go home, and like, you know, there isn't really an option to keep going in the music game. Because he'll want to do it, sort of, I guess, or at least that's my extrapolation. He would want to do it regardless, unless he can't do it anymore. And you know, there's some other things like that. But you know, I think that beyond them just being alt rap or like pop alt rap, you know, bangers that you can play at a party, you know, they're decently introspective at parts, but they keep it light and airy in a way that doesn't dive into the deepest of depths, you know, for his soul or however you'd want to put it.
Yeah. From what I've listened to, it's quite poppy in like some songs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's got commercial appeal. Like I could see radio play on a lot of them because there's nothing like, you know, lyric wise that sort of is off-putting about it. You know, it's definitely, as I said, a very bright sort of sounding album, especially on some of those tracks that I've mentioned, especially like Chicken Tenders, which I love. Like that's a fantastic track.
Great track.
I don't know why, and again, I mean this in a very good way as a compliment. It gives me like hotel vibes, like when I was younger, like being in a hotel, like just sort of like chilling and like going around and like doing a lot of fun stuff.
That's crazy.
At least you didn't do it in the mic like I did. So
It was just like I just showed like.
that's good. That's better. But yeah, I mean, like the other thing that I wanted to talk about too is just these young guys, man. They're
killing it. There's
really
a lot of people
buttoned up.
coming up right now.
Yeah, but they're just so
Pretty crazy.
buttoned up on their sound and their presentation. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess like growing up as we kind of did in the early 2000s and like the early 2000 teens, it was very easy, especially for rap artists, to be a little bit more raw in their first projects, like just to, you know, find their footing a little bit. Like, you know, I think that everyone would agree that Tyler, the creator, I know that I always bring him up in his Odd Future years, is very different from what he was doing by the time he was putting out Flower Boy.
The Odd Future tape volume 1 was crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's just interesting to see something so polished, and like, you know, the dude only released an EP that was like, you know, I guess in a way commercially available to everybody in 2018, and then came out with this as his first feature-length project. And I don't know, like, I guess like I just, again, could very clearly know who this was. I enjoyed his take on the alt rap, pop rap genre. As I think I was going to say before, I can see the comparisons that people have made to Post Malone.
Yeah, I can see
but
that.
In some places, but I like what he's doing better. And that's no diss to Post Malone, because I actually like a lot of his stuff as well. But I think that Dominic, I don't know, he's just has an authenticity, he has an appeal in the way that he does things that I think Post Malone can lack because of the commercialism, whereas I don't think that will change for Dominic Fike.
Sorry, I don't mean to smile on your face.
That's okay.
I was laughing and shaking my head because you kicked the stand again. I was just like,
I know. I'm sorry that I kick the stand all the time.
It's because I have really bad ADD. I don't know if everyone can already tell. Wow, you just really rubbed up on that mic, huh?
I realized that this was up like this, so I went.
Okay, you just keep doing it, huh?
Yeah, I did it again. You got a problem with that, Phil? You want me to talk directly into the mic like this, like before?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Keep it going. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have really bad ADD, so I get really distracted by that shit. So that's why I'm. Yep. That's why I'm always like.
Fair.
But yeah, no, Dominic Fike, he killed it on this album, and it's been out for a while. I've heard it on TikTok a lot, and people really love to dance to it, make random ass videos to it, sing, do photography compilations, little like video, like, oh, this is what's in my photo album thing, shit like that, you know what I mean? And so, you know, it's very catchy. Yeah. Chicken Tenders is a very, very catchy song. Has a lot of really good, there's like a couple of good funk pieces, like kind of funky.
Would have to
got a
agree
good
with
little
that.
groove. Let me look up the list again, because I know that I've heard quite a few of the songs on this.
Yeah, I like Double Negative. Had a nice flow to it. It had a nice sound. Even the opener Come Here, which measures under, I think, like a minute and a half or maybe like a minute and 46 seconds. I don't know. Like I don't want to say that because it'll come off the wrong way.
No, come on.
It reminded me of the intro of Jaden Smith's project Sire, but again in a very good way, because one of the things that I really liked about Sire was the 4-part opening.
BLUE.
Yeah, but it was like the inverse of that, where it was short, packed a nice punch, and just sort of like immediately gave you an idea of what this was going to be sonically immediately. So I appreciated that as well.
Nice. And that's from Come Here?
Yeah, that was from Come Here. Okay. At least that's how I saw it. It's like almost an interlude, but it's more than that.
Nice. This isn't like, we're back once again. The camera stopped and we had to stop our audio.
We're back.
So here's the thing.
Now we're back.
We're back.
We're back. The thing is, we're back.
The thing is, though, we're fucking back. So I don't know how I feel about his song Cancel Me, because I hate the word canceled.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of it, because half the time when people say it, stop doing that. I can hear you rubbing your little mustache. on the fucking mic. And that means they can definitely hear it.
Are you sure?
100% I know that because I saw you going like this.
Because I can't. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, well, I could.
Could you?
Yeah.
You also have 2 headphones
I got
on.
the ultimate headphones on right now.
I have the shitty headphones.
Yeah,
and
you
one
got
of
my
them
shitty
doesn't
headphones that I
work.
accidentally left in the washing machine. Yep,
It's all
I
right,
did
though.
that. You know, I don't have a single pair of working headphones now.
That's okay. It's all right.
That's sick. I leave them in the wash constantly.
I'm so sorry.
But here's the thing.
That's
Half the
horrible.
time, people aren't even getting fucking canceled. And I'm so tired of hearing the word canceled. You're not getting canceled.
Well, I think that
you
that
just
was-
said something shit. I know.
Yeah.
I understand with this. And it's like, did he get canceled at all?
Not that I know of.
I don't know. I just think it's weird to like be like, I want to get canceled because like when
Well,
people
again,
are
it was
justifiably
very-
canceled, it's people like Harvey Weinstein where it's just like, hey, you did something really fucked up.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
it's someone like,
exactly.
you know, I don't know how people feel about this, but the whole Chris D'Elia thing, you know, I would like to see some proof that those girls were not 16, 17, especially the 2 that were 16, 17 that came out, especially the one where she said her age and he kept texting and like kept DMing. And it was like, bro,
Yeah.
it's like, we don't care that you cheated on your fiance as much. It's more about the fact that they were, some of them were underage.
Yeah. That's the major problem.
But okay, anyways, not to get on that tangent, but
yeah, I mean, it's a very, like I said,
I don't know, it's weird.
it's a
I
tongue-in-cheek
think it's,
kind of comment again. And it's more
I
just
guess
about
I'm just like in that camp of just being like, it's kind of lame to me to be like, yeah, I want to get canceled so I can like stop being so famous and like go home.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Maybe
I
I'm
think
just
it was
being cynical, and you know, maybe that's just it. Maybe I'm just being an asshole.
Well, no, that's
who I am. Okay,
that's fine. I think it was just more of like a comment on cancel culture more than like a literal like, I hope this happens to me for some reason, or like mocking, you know, what it can do for good when it actually targets somebody who is fucked up and an abuser. Yeah. So overall, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for the album.
Nice.
I mean, I enjoyed it as I have with pretty much everything, and I'm gonna have to bring in something that I didn't like sometime soon, so I can
should
actually
we do an
take
episode
some-
of albums we really don't like?
I think we should, just because, I mean, it's not that, you know, I'm disappointed when I like an album. Obviously, it's fantastic. I've gotten some great new artists out of this podcast and like listening to them for this podcast. But, yeah, I mean, maybe we should try it sometime where we have a project that really isn't that good, that we don't like, and see how that goes. But yeah, I would highly recommend this, guys. What could possibly go wrong? Again, you know, it's like 34 minutes, 35 minutes. So it's a pretty light listen. Very upbeat overall, but you know, again, it has a pretty broad spectrum of emotions that are explored as far as you know, Dominic is concerned.
I finished it. I don't think I've ever finished one on camera.
I'm done with the 40.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay,
But yeah, he's definitely one to watch. You know, after hearing him, I think one of the first times as well on that Slow Tie project that we reviewed on episode 3. You know, I definitely, his vocals stuck with me. The chorus that he sang for that song stuck with me, and it was nice to hear, you know, an expanded version of his work fully explored on this project. So yeah, I want to follow his stuff. I want to get more in depth, you know, with him and his story, so then I can get, you know, more in tune with the artistry. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend giving it a listen. And especially if you're looking for like a sort of like chill playlist or something that you want to just get work done to, or a party playlist. Like there's sort of something for everything on this album. So
hell yeah.
give it a chance. Give it a shot.
It.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. Would have to.
Absolutely.
All
right.
Do you want to dive into Foiled, or do you want to go and do the lore first?
Let's do lore real quick.
You
Let's
wanna do
switch it
lore?
up so that, you know, we can do something that's not as, you know, not as...
We're going into the
Yeah.
lore now.
Let's do it.
Lore now.
It's
going into
lore time.
Oh, the lore now. We're going into the lore now.
I was going on upbeats. I
Yeah.
was trying to give it
Anyway, so, guys, as you know, we've been going by different books within the book of cHaSe in order to give you a full picture of the religion.
Hey,
and
Core,
we've-
sponsor us, sorry.
Yep, Coors, please sponsor us
Please,
so Phil will
so I can
stop
stop.
doing this. We have moved on to Deuteronomy. And this chapter is a pretty epic one, honestly.
So, with Deuteronomy in the Bible, here's the thing.
Yes.
Deuteronomy in the Bible is about, basically, it's Moses being like, hey, you have an ultimatum. There's literally like a recap, like an episodic recap in Deuteronomy at the beginning of basically being like, hey, this is some shit that happened. All right, look, Israel is fucking up. And Moses is telling them, hey, before we go into Canaan, okay, you better stop fucking around, okay? So you better love God, okay, and do his shit by his will, or you can choose death by disobeying God. So the whole thing is about ultimatum, and it's about like absolutism, right? Yeah. In the Bible. Now, the book of cHaSe, Deuteronomy is a very different thing. Okay? Would you like to take over our scripture reader?
Yes. So, cHaSe is the one and only God in this religion. And for that reason, it is a monotheistic religion. And this chapter, the Deuteronomy chapter, the Deuteronomy book in the book of cHaSe, is all about the uniqueness of cHaSe as a deity, as a overall spiritual being. In this chapter, it's described how cHaSe actually killed all of the other Mesopotamian gods that existed in their mythical pantheon. He went into the sky, actually becoming a constellation for a period of time, and it destroyed all of the gods of the heavens, and then all of the gods of the sky, and then finally all of the gods of the earth. And this dated all the way back to the Proto-Literate era, roughly the 34th, 32nd century BCE.
Very old.
Yeah, so this is when,
34
humans...
34 to 32, I mean... Oh,
what a crazy time!
What a crazy time!
Was.
I remember like it was yesterday.
I can't believe that I wasn't there. So this is actually the first time that humans became aware of cHaSe's existence due to widespread eruptions of various volcanoes and the release of plagues, including what is believed to be the first instance of mass hysteria ever reported.
That's crazy.
It was caused actually only by fear.
Only fear?
Yes, a group of nomadic shepherds were out near the Fertile Crescent of humanity where it first started, and they were tending to their livestock. And the ground actually started shaking so hard from various eruptions that they were forced to start drumming and moving in rhythmic ways. And they were the first people to create any type of music, which was a way of giving worship to cHaSe without them even knowing.
That's amazing.
And they were actually able to be guided home because of that, because of their unknowing faith to cHaSe.
That's amazing.
Music. It's pretty crazy.
So they were guided home. So it was almost like the North Star, but like a sonic North Star.
A sonic North Star,
wow,
exactly.
That's amazing.
Something like that.
That's crazy.
So
is this almost like, not like the birth of Jesus in the way, not like the birth of cHaSe, but it was like the discovery of cHaSe? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of like the same thing. Like they were almost like, and so where were they guided to? Can you tell us where they were guided to? Do you know?
That's actually going to come up in the next book.
Oh my God, the next book. Guys,
dude,
a cliffhanger.
That's why they call it Deuteronomy, because it's just, dude.
It's just, dude.
Aronomy.
Aronomy.
Dude, yeah. And then it's like, Aronomy actually translates in Mesopotamian too. Please tell me the rest of the story now, because I really want to know what's left.
Why are you ending this on a cliffhanger?
Exactly.
I can't believe you would do something like this to me. I'd rather just get the details. It's actually a pretty...
Yeah.
Onomy.
On me.
Dude, Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah. Dude, they're on to me.
So, dude, come on to me.
Dudes, come on to me.
Dude, you're fond of me. Yes. So that's Deuteronomy in the book of cHaSe. Is basically
dude, don't fondle me. Oh, shit.
Squatters' rights have qualms with me. I'm taking it really far. I'm trying to stretch it as far as possible.
Fuck.
So our offering to cHaSe this week is this holy scripture. It is the fabled original book of Deuteronomy within the book of cHaSe that was stolen from the Library of Alexandria prior to its destruction. It actually took 98 million ruples for us to get this, and that was actually nicely, just very, very kindly donated by an unknown donor in North Korea. So to whoever that was, thank you very much.
And thank you so much for the note that said if we try to look for you, that you will literally kill both of our families.
Yes. So
that was pretty cool. So thank you for the threat, while
Very
also
cool.
providing us with great historical
very cool stuff that you're doing to
that was
us.
cool to blackmail me.
No.
Because you sent those pictures of what I did back in 93.
What'd you do in 93?
I maybe went to third world countries
Oh
and
my
did
God.
some bad development. Yeah.
But you
maybe I
weren't
just
born
took
yet.
some tigers and killed them with some elephants.
Wait, you did what?
I ran an exotic animal fighting ring. In
Deuteronomy. Yeah. Yep. All right. Cool. Well, Phil, do you want to do your? Would you like to dive on into your album?
let's
Foiled?
go into the ocean.
Oh, also really
of
quickly.
Blue October's foil.
Really quickly. Praise be to cHaSe.
All praise be to cHaSe.
Amen.
All praise be
Yes.
to cHaSe.
So you said dive into the.
Let's dive into the ocean of Blue October's foiled, right?
You said dive into the
I
ocean.
hate you so much. I can't believe you do something like that.
Well, I
dude.
did.
I can't believe you do something like that.
Come do something.
Do something like that. All right.
So tell me about Blue
So,
October.
This is actually one of their most popular albums.
Who
And
are
obviously
Blue
this,
October?
By the way, I just want to say we are officially getting away from rap and hip hop.
Yes, we are going to try out some other albums in
We're going
other genres.
into any genre is now worthy of review.
So guys,
and praise and
as we-
celebration and critique. Okay, so don't forget critique.
as we always say, leave some comments below with your favorite albums so we can also talk about them. Because Phil and I will always have plans for the week, but if you guys have an album that you're like, oh, please talk about it, especially if it's one like we were talking about that's really bad and you want us to fucking rip it apart, we will do that. So let us know.
I've been trying to go to your words like the whole time.
Well,
and
that's
now I
crazy.
can barely even do it on my own.
Now
Okay.
I can barely even keep up with my own
I
hands.
can't keep up with myself.
I can't keep up with myself. I can't keep up with myself. You know I can't keep up. I got possessed by a demon last night, and now I can't keep up with myself. You know I can't keep up with myself. No, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with myself because the demon took over my body.
You had demons in your body, dude?
What, dude? No.
That's definitely what you just said.
What did you say?
100%
What
you
did
just said.
you say?
Anyways,
Anyway,
so this record, this album,
we've been singing a lot.
we have been.
Yeah.
This album went platinum, right? This is 2006, right? They
Platinum.
released this in 2006.
Okay.
This is one of the earliest albums, specifically earliest tracks I ever really like fell in love with, right? And like knew the
Okay.
name and knew who it was, right? I
Okay.
found out about this song in 4th grade. 4th grade.
Wow, that's pretty young. That's around
me.
when I discovered like Green Day, and that's a similar thing for me.
Yeah.
Like one of the first bands that I like really.
Fun
listened to.
fact. You want to guess where these guys are from? Where this band is from? Hey. It's my favorite place.
Houston.
Yep.
Wow.
They are from Houston, fucking Texas.
Houston.
Shout out to H-Town. Shout out to Screwston. Shout out to the Dirty H. Shouts out to everywhere.
The Dirty
Shouts
H
out
sounds
to Maxo Cream.
horrible.
Shouts out to Meg Thee Stallion. Shouts out to Beyonce. Shouts out to everyone else in Houston. Shouts out R.I.P. DJ Screw. Shouts out to Travis Scott. Shout out to the Jack Boys. Shout out to every single
everyone
person.
else in Houston.
Yeah, every single person.
Everyone.
I love you. Every single person, even if you have beef with me and I have beef with you, I love you if you're from Houston.
You're gonna regret that one, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
You forgot about all the supervillains.
Dude,
you said that they're on
let me meet those. Let me meet those Houstonian villains. All right. Actually, I already know one. Tillman Fertitta. Eat my dick, Tillman Fertitta.
Whoa.
And your whole family, specifically.
Whoa, you're calling him out by name?
Yeah.
You're calling him out by name. Why? What happened?
Dude, I had to work with those kids and that family one time. But by the way, Tillman Fertitta is also a massive Trump donator and supporter. So let's not ever get that mixed up and forget about the kind of massive amounts of money that he's contributed towards
Doesn't
that
sound
fucking
good,
fascist
Tittleman.
Tillman.
I don't care.
Tillman Fertitta.
Tillman.
By the way, Tillman also, you know what? I can't say that actually. I almost revealed something that might have got me sued. So I'm not going to say that actually.
Just cut out this entire thing. This is not good.
I'll bleep out his kid's name, but fuck you, Tillman. You own the Rockets and I fucking hate you because you're the reason that we lost James Harden. You dickhead.
You dickhead.
You dickhead.
Oh my god, that's right.
Oh my god,
we're
yeah,
starting
I
a new
almost forgot.
we're starting a new tradition. We're gonna call out Big Shaq by name. Shout out to Big Shaq if you don't know him. Watch this video right here. We're gonna call out Big Shaq every single episode until he comes on our show with an album that he loves and that inspired him and talks about it. Because Big Shaq, we have been trying to get this show done for years, and you have been a constant staple in that show. We used to have a soundboard of you when we were trying to do our radio show, and boom, okay, boom. Big Shaq, you have to come on our show. So please, if you see this, if someone sends it to you, anything like that, please come and join us on the cHaSe so we can tell you about how to find new life in cHaSe.
Hey, you're going to hate me, but can we take a pee break?
You know, I think we can.
Okay. Hey, guys, we'll be right back. I love you so much. I don't want to pee my pants.
Bye.
That thing bleeding to the, you know what I mean?
That thing bleeding to the,
Walkie
you know what I mean?
slush. That thing bleeding pee.
That thing is bleeding pee.
That thing's bleeding pee.
We're back, guys. We're back from our little
we're fucking back.
break.
I can't fucking believe it. I kind of wish that like Kermit had like Hust, you know what I mean?
Homie.
I almost said I almost made Marge say something gross.
What were you gonna ever say?
Homie.
No.
I'm cutting that out. I'm leaving that out.
No one wants to hear Marge Simpson say that. Homie. Homie.
That one's staying in though.
No, it's not. You better cut that out.
Why don't we keep both in?
No. Anyway.
Why do we cut so much? Okay, anyways. Okay, let's get into my fucking album, right? Let's do it.
Please talk about your album.
Okay. So, Blue October's from Houston. They're an alternative band, rock, you know what I mean? Like, they're very quintessential to the... Why are you laughing? They're very quintessential
Marge
to those.
Simpson thing got me, dude. That got me really good.
Homie.
Oh, God, homie. All right, keep going.
Oh, no.
No, Kermit.
Miss Piggy.
That's not going to help either. All right, keep going. Anyway, Foiled,
so
Blue October. They're from
They,
Houston.
I think, are one of the most, like, classic early 2000s, like, just kind of 2000s band that, like, everyone knew. They really were one of those people that had that Nickelback sound. They had that...
I must have been living
car
under
seat
a rock. I did
sound.
not. I did not know about them.
You didn't know about them?
No.
I mean,
Never heard of
Foiled
them.
went platinum, obviously. So, and one of the best songs off of there was Into the Ocean.
Into the Ocean.
As well as Hate Me. Those were two of their most popular songs ever, and they're off of this album. I fucking love this album. It is a very nostalgic to me. And because
You said they had a
it's
nickel?
got such, not like a nickel in terms of instrument, not his fucking horrible lyrics.
Inflection.
What?
I just said like his vocal inflection and shit. Yeah. I gotcha.
And so you got, but you've got a lot of different like sounds that can be like recognized and like kind of like these themes and like kind of like tones. Oh, something's making a buzzing sound.
I guess
I
it
got
was
it.
my mic.
It was you.
It was me the whole
So basically, there's a lot of sounds that can be recognized from this that are very, very representative. Like a good representation of like what all kind of sounds were popular and like were being developed during the 2000s. So like you've got like a link, and so like the last song on the album, 18th Floor Balcony, sounds like a Linkin Park song almost. Like it's very
Okay.
I really like it. I think it's good. I think it's very sad almost, like, but it's got like still like really heavy guitar. There's like some really good drum parts on it that are just like doom, 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 like very heavy. It's very emotional lyrics and everything, and it's like talking about an 18th floor balcony of like kind of being like we're all the way up here contemplating life. You know how like when you're high up in the sky, you kind of contemplate, you're like, if I fell, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Like I would die.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has like that emotional
call to the void.
Yeah,
feeling.
kind of has like that feeling to it.
Interesting.
You got Into the Ocean, which is like, I mean, just one of the best songs to jam to. It's kind of talking about like heartbreak, or you know, heartbreak or depression. I kind of like when I listen to it, I relate more with my like depression, like where I've been with that and how dark it can get. Shouts out to mental illness.
Shouts out to mental illness for sure.
Shouts out to Zach Fox and Kenny Beats for that song. It's fire. You Make Me Smile and She's My Ride Home have a great, very loving lyricism, and his voice. I just love this. The singer, of this band. Jeez, I couldn't even say anything. Justin Furstenfeld. Sorry.
That is a singer's
Justin
name if I have
Furstenfeld.
ever heard one.
Furstenfeld, yeah.
My name is Justin Furstenfeld, and I've come here with my band.
Well,
Blue
actually, guys,
October.
Furstenfeld, it's not pronounced that way. That's what I hear when I hear his last name. Well, babe, Furstenfeld, I love you.
Do you see what I live next to every day?
There's poopy in my pants.
There's poopy in Phil's pants.
Can
we get the PA over here to fill? Actually, just
Can someone change
empty
my
the
diaper, please?
I was gonna say fill the diaper.
Fill the diaper. Is that my name now?
Sounds like a ridiculous, like tactical. That sounds
Shouts
like
out to Loaded Diaper.
That sounds like an insane tactical move. Where it's like, all right,
the Manny will not be televised.
Prepare to fill the diaper.
All right, can I get
Manny
diaper
will not be
filling?
televised.
The Manny will not be televised.
Shout out to Loaded Diaper. Shout out to Manny, who will not be televised.
Who will not be televised. Drilled a wire through something. I can't remember, but I know this song. Drilled a wire through my cheek. That's what it is. That song is fire. That song is heavy as fuck. Same with Sound of
What genre of music
Pulling
would you put
Heavy
it in?
Heaven Down. What would I put this as? All rock.
It's just all rock.
Yeah.
Does it have any like punk influence, would you say?
No, not really. It's very.
You want to get on the
There's a
darker
lot of
side?
violin in a lot of these songs. Like at the end of Into the Ocean, there's like a. It's like a whole thing, very smooth, very like symphonic orchestral ending, and then it goes into What If We Could, which is a fantastic song. It's like the little brother to Into the Ocean. It's like a great follow through track of just kind of like continuing the violin going into it, because it does continue into the next track, and so it sounds great. I love it a lot.
Cool.
Hate Me's great. Let It Go, great. Congratulations, great. And just this whole album is great. It's such like an old nostalgic jam.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's all of
thematically-
those old sounds of like the 2000s like alt rock scene that were so good, and that like really like I don't know. It's very good to rock out to, but also you could get sad as fuck if you needed to. It's great car music. I would very much encourage everyone to listen to this on a car. What are you doing?
Just had to get that squeaking that
I know, it's
getting
very
from your chair.
Yeah, I have a very...
Sorry, guys.
This? I got a squeaky. I got a noisy ass chair.
There's just
I
a
need
constant,
to
like,
get rid of it.
And
Because I'm shaking my...
Yes. I just
Can
had
you
to
hear
get it. Yeah, a little bit. Not anymore.
Whatever.
Well,
Whatever. Fuck
this
you.
seems
You
like
have
a
a squeaky
very
chair at home. You all
strongly-
have squeaky chairs. Sorry.
I know about your squeaky chair that you got rid of once, but then you actually brought it back up from downstairs.
Because you like how the plush feels. You like the pillow. You like how comforting.
And even though he keeps telling you to throw it away, you will never throw it away.
You'll never fucking throw it away. Because who the fuck is he to tell you to do something like that?
Don't you
ever? Who the
ever.
fuck is he to come into your fucking office and tell you to throw your fucking chair away? Well, you don't have to.
Ever
it's your chair, okay?
let
you can do
him
whatever you
control
want,
that
okay?
shit.
He has his own office. He has his own fucking space where he can work, okay? How about you throw away your chair?
Why is he telling
How about
you?
throw away your fucking chair?
Why is he telling you how to adorn your office?
Throw away your fucking desk. It's very essential
The Manny
that
will
I
not be
have the fucking
televised.
chair that I like.
The Manny will not be televised.
Fuck.
God damn it, dude.
Anyways, go listen to Blue October.
Blue October.
They also had a follow-up album. The next one that they put out after Foiled was called Foiled ... again.
That's a little... I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't think it's
I don't know how to feel about that.
I think Foiled Again is actually just a like a remix of it. To be honest. To be honest.
It better be.
Oh, it's just acoustic versions. Foiled Again is just acoustic versions of Hate Me at the Ocean and Razorblade, which are all great tracks.
Yes.
But yeah, I encourage everyone to go listen to that album. It's great. It's very nostalgic. I think you'll like it. If you don't, go fuck yourself. That's it.
Okay, all right. Hey, don't go fuck yourself if you don't like it. But it's okay if you don't like it.
Well, you can listen to me or you can listen to him. So
you can listen to me.
Here's your Deuteronomy. Listen to me and go fuck yourself. Or listen to him and don't.
You can listen to me and he can shut the fuck up.
Or we can kiss. I always go to touch your
Have we done
face.
that the second time for today? Great. All right,
People
guys.
are gonna be like, there's so much tension between them. You guys fucking on the
God,
side?
do you guys... is this what you guys
Dude,
do?
do you guys clap cheeks? But like for each other? I know people
All right.
love when we talk this central about this.
So, we're going to dive into our final topic.
Dude. You're getting muted.
That's what happens.
He's been muted.
No, I haven't been.
Okay, don't.
I haven't been muted.
Stop it.
All right,
Stop touching things.
So, we wanted to talk about...
Here's the thing with the Golden Globes, okay? Stop making award shows because it's all art, okay? It doesn't fucking matter. Making award shows and making it competitive takes out the passion of it. That's why we should be making fucking art, is because you like making art and you like telling stories.
Yeah.
Stop doing, but it lets people know like what's good art. It's a multi-million-dollar project. You spent $100 million on the fucking budget just to make the thing, and it grossed $400 million. People will know about it. Stop saying that. It's so annoying. Yeah. I'm so tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
From film school kids and fucking liberal arts kids. Stop saying, but the Golden Globes are important and like the Tonys are important. No, you already know about it. If it's on Broadway, people know about it. If it's in the movie theaters, people fucking know about it. They don't need to see an awards show so that these millionaire actors can get their fucking rocks off for one night so they can go get drunk and hang out with each other and talk shit about regular ass people. Like, I don't know. I hate it so much.
I
Who
understand
cares
it.
that fucking, like...
I understand it as
Who cares?
I understand it as a media event. I see it as another way for, the industry to make money on like itself and the mystique of Hollywood. And like, it's for people who usually don't work in the industry. Like people, who's going to watch it, who isn't there, it's for people who love Hollywood and famous people and the idea of like, who's the best and who's going to be there and what are they wearing, all that sort of stuff. And that I can't really hate, like if you're into that and if you don't work in the industry, then like I understand it. I
don't.
However, that said, I agree with you in the sense that I don't understand the limiting nature that award shows have on the longevity of art that doesn't get nominated for awards, that year, because after a certain amount of time has passed, really, like besides cult classics and movies that make really big splashes, a lot of projects fade from public memory if they weren't remembered, in some form of awards shows. And then a lot of times, films and actors, directors, everyone like that are measured by merit, in the awards that they've won. To the point that when a large actor or a large director or a bigger film hasn't won an Oscar or a Golden Globe or something like that, it's almost surprising. And people are like, oh, wow,
Leonardo
this person
DiCaprio.
hasn't. Yeah, exactly. A perfect example. Look, I'm a filmmaker. That's what I do. And I would be lying if I said that I don't want to try and win an Oscar one day. But also it's sort of like, if I also never won one, like it wouldn't destroy my self-esteem as a filmmaker. Like what I would appreciate about it, I guess, is the nod supposedly from the community of other filmmakers, being told like your work is good enough that it deserves this. But more and more over the years, that opinion and that loftiness of that seems more and more hollow because of the decisions made by various academies, especially the motion picture, what's it called? Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. I think that they've made some great decisions in the last year as far as Best Picture, and I think that some other categories have not done very well.
Yeah, but what constitutes like a Best Picture?
Well, that's the thing.
It puts these like labels on like best, and like if there's a best, then there's a worst. Yeah. And that's just like discounting like perspective. Yeah. No, discounting like relevancy to like certain audience members. And like,
it's a subjective thing completely.
With things like comic book movies, it's just fucking nerd porn. Yeah. So like, and that's fine. I'm not discounting that. Comic book movies have their own niche and their own importance in like their own sense, right?
Yeah.
I just like, I don't see how, I don't know. I don't see how people can go like, this is the best. In terms of like saying like objective, like making art, which is completely subjective, making that objective and saying like there are parameters that make them the best. And you can like research, it's public knowledge, public information that like all these things are political in terms of like it has to be nominated. You have to have a certain amount of ad sales on your movie, and you have to take certain ad spots out and like pay money and pay these like acceptance fees and like all this different shit. And it's just like, okay, well, it's all based on money. So it's basically the objective is just get as much backing as possible, and then you can win Best Picture. It doesn't actually fucking matter if you have the best looking movie that could be some fucking C movie, quote unquote, which is just about budgeting again. Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. Like,
yeah, it's certainly
there's like that. Like people are putting these like labels and like making something that should not be competitive and that is completely based on opinion and experience and like personal relationship to, and making it competitive. You can't. Why are you doing that?
Yeah,
it's purely capitalist.
I get where you're coming from.
I just like there's nothing. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very, I don't get it, because then I think it also, like you said, it discounts like the things that don't get nominated and the things that aren't mentioned. Those just kind of go by the wayside unless you're specifically like seeking it out or like looking for, or to have prior or insider knowledge of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no one would find our stuff unless they see something that we put out specifically, because like it's a small thing.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've sort of had a love-hate relationship with it because of the romantic idea of growing up with that dream, But also at the same time, again, as I've gotten older and learned more about how things actually work, yeah, it's definitely disheartening to know that a lot of it isn't about, who's creating the best cinema. It's a lot more involved than that.
Yeah.
I that being said, I think that there have been times when fantastic films and fantastic performers have won. Do I think that they were, as you said, objectively the best, like out of all of the performances? I don't know. Like, I guess the way that I always take it more is just like, this is their opinion. So like, it's not an end all be all kind of thing, even though unfortunately, and that's the problem that I have with it, is that sometimes it's treated that way.
Yeah.
The way that I've always taken it is like, for the quote unquote experts, this is what they think the best is. And that's why, like, the terms like Oscar bait are so well known now by people, where it's like, yeah, if it's a true story about, racism in the 1950s, like, you've got a fantastic chance, or like something like that.
Green Mile.
Yeah, or Green Book.
Green Book.
Yeah.
What's Green Mile?
Green Mile
That's
was
Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, Tom Hanks and the prisoner who's like who can't
Green Book.
die.
But yeah, Green Book, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, Green Book. Yeah. Another white savior movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, they really fucked up on that story. They didn't get a lot of things right for that shit.
Yeah.
Which is
But
hilarious.
I
to me. I mean,
don't know.
obviously, it's like it happens. It sucks that it happened, but it's
then
kinda funny.
you know there are small little victories here and there, like for the short film category. Like there are 2 larger films that are up, like towards the front runners, and then there's one that was I've been aware of for a while. I'm sorry, called Two Distant Strangers, which actually starred Joey Badass, and it was an independent project that wasn't released through a studio and anything. And it's looking like it could actually win. And, the director has been talking about how huge that's been, and it's gotten a lot of publicity. And I don't want to say it's like Groundhog Day, because it's not, but it's sort of the same setup of like this guy continues over and over again to relive a day where it ends with him having an encounter with a police officer that ends with him dying, and he just dies over and over again in various ways. And as I said, Joey Badass, the rapper, is like the star of the film, so he's playing it. Yeah, and like he not only have multiple publications talked about this, but also the director has talked about the fact that of course it's a product of the time, but just the fact that they have even considered that film, like brought that in, and then for it to be a front runner among things that have like Oscar Isaac, starring in it,
huge role,
is pretty impressive for the short film market. It's inspiring for someone like me and you who we own a small production company and we're trying to make it happen. So I don't know. Like, I don't agree with the idea, as you've said, of labeling things as objectively the best of the year, but also like, the little bit of competitiveness in me, and also just the fact that like, it can do big things for someone if they aren't already established. I guess that's the sort of only thing that keeps me a little bit drawn in. And the fact that, again, it's just their opinion. Like at the end of the day, it's a group of people who are voting, and you can choose to, feel however you want about it. I mean, one of my favorite genres is horror, which is notoriously ignored by the Academy every single year. I mean, yeah, like there have just been many, many times when horror performances, I think, have warranted, at least best supporting, if not best actor or actress nominees, and they never get it. So, like I rather than being completely cynical and hateful towards the Academy for that, I've just sort of been like, okay, so like horror just sort of needs its own lane to exist in, because it's fantastic and it tells these amazing stories, but it's never going to be recognized within that platform, within that specific space. And even though I love horror, I'm okay with that, and somehow I can still watch the Oscars without resenting them every single year. But again, that's just me.
Yeah,
so
I get that though.
So I see completely where you're coming from, and in a lot of ways I agree, but I guess it's just sort of the romantic idea that I still have of it a little bit that holds me back from hating it completely.
I guess I just have this thing of like anti-idolization. You know what I mean? Like I like to think like before
for devil's
I
advocate,
recognize
if you got nominated for a Grammy, I mean, like, you'd go. Come on, you wouldn't, dude. Yes, you would. You would go.
I would go for the first one.
Go.
Just I don't know.
Come on, man. You would definitely go. Even if you were like,
I mean, like, out of principle,
person.
after this episode, like, out of principle, I can't go anymore.
No, that's not true. Fuck that, dude. Come on. It's the Grammys.
I might go to like the first one, but like if I got it again, if I got nominated again,
if we made a film and you did the score for it, and we got nominated for an Oscar, you wouldn't want to go with the team.
I would want to go so that my parents see me on TV and they're like, and my grandma sees me on TV and it's like, holy shit.
It's like, hey, you don't have to care. Yeah. You don't have to actually account for what they say. It's just the fact that, like, dude, it's still the Oscars and the Grammy. Like, you'd want to go, homie. You'd want to go.
I think I'd want to go, just have the experience being like, I was there, I got nominated. I don't know if I would
there,
I mean, like, I think, like, obviously career-wise, it'd be great to win,
and
obviously, and like networking and all that shit, and like,
Look, it's all a
that's
game.
The thing. That's my
and it's
least
whether or not
favorite
you want
thing
to
of
play
all
the game
this
or
shit.
not.
I hate playing the game, dude.
I know.
I hate that it is a game that has to be played.
I know.
I fucking hate that. I want to just make music and not care. But it's good that I'm saying this now at the bottom where like there's nothing, there's no fame, no notoriety. We don't have stacks. We're not getting fat checks every fucking month. You know what I mean? So I feel this way right now. Who knows? Maybe if we get successful,
as I think we've
different.
talked about on this podcast, I believe in the idea that people can evolve their opinion as long as you have a good reason for it. Now, here's the thing. If you become like some rich prick and you're like, no, there is a best. Okay, maybe that's a problem. Like that's
maybe revisit this episode.
That's kind of taking a full 180. But as I said, and as you sort of alluded to as well, you haven't lived that situation yet. Like, it's very, like I said, it's very easy for me to say like, oh, well, the Academy doesn't respect horror and I don't like that, whatever. And then who knows? Maybe I'll direct a horror movie that gets nominated for Best Picture. God,
well, I mean, Get Out.
That would be amazing. Well, no, I know. But I mean like,
but like for other things, like things like Sinister, which was a phenomenal movie with Ethan Hawke that he should have gotten recognized.
Yeah. But Get Out was, it's a very good example of like, a thriller, a horror movie finally getting some recognition within the Academy. Because,
Well, also like the intent of the story of Get Out too, and like that finally being recognized and being like a public thing of being like, message. hey man, shit sucks.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
Yes.
And also things like Parasite.
Yes, Parasite was also very
Parasite
good.
was also another
but
one.
That was also
fantastic.
sort of like a drama. Like it had psychological thriller elements, but mainly it was kind of just like a drama.
The end was literally about murder.
I mean,
and also like the people in the bunker. I thought that part was like horror of like.
But it was a class drama more than anything. I think. That's just me though. That's just my take on it personally.
All right.
I'm also a film.
You don't think that Get Out was too?
Yes, but that was more of a commentary about race relations in the United States, though. I think more than anything.
All right. Fine.
Come on, isn't that fair?
All right.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a fantastic thing.
Fine.
Jordan Peele did a great job of taking that like topic and spinning it in a very new way. Like,
fine.
Yeah.
So he did. He did a great job.
Well.
All right. Well, we've ranted a lot today.
We have ranted a whole lot. This episode was kind of all over the place.
We were really all over the place.
I'm glad that it kind of was. I think it was a good way of getting back into the routine a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, as always,
absolutely.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us sing and rant and talk about music and all that sort of stuff. We're gonna be back on Friday. All praise be to cHaSe, as always. We're gonna be back on Friday, March 5th, with another episode. We're gonna have a guest on.
And another guest.
Another new guest.
We're having a fucking guest.
Yes, we've got some guests coming up in the next few weeks, but our second guest of the show is going to be on this Friday, so take a look at that because we'll be discussing another album with him, as well as some current events as always, and then some new cHaSe lore. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you can, just fucking smash, just fucking smash that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates or any new information that we're sending out. And
like when I accidentally submit my nudes to YouTube.
Whoa, what? Dude, Phil, Phil, stop, dude.
What just happened?
I don't know. What just happened?
Oh, no, we're good. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much, as always. We love you sincerely. And thank you for being a part of the cHaSe is Dead family, because it means a whole lot to us. So we're going to go. We're going to go now.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you guys later.
Stay safe, stay clean, or dirty. We
All
know how you are.
Bye, guys. We'll see you on Friday.
Peace.
Fishing for a Philly boy. Wow! I actually got your hair there. That was pretty good.